Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Saturday, August 19, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Boston Red Sox vs New York Yankees. Take the Yankees to cover. And here is why. The Boston Red Sox are 64-58 overall this season. They are currently in 4th place in the American League East Division. They are 10.5 games back of first place, which is held by the Orioles. Boston is within striking distance of a spot in the wild card as they are 3 games out of a playoff spot. The Red Sox have won 6 of their last 9 games entering Saturday. In their last game, they defeated the Yankees 8-3 on Friday, August 18th. Boston opened the game up with a 7-0 lead after the second inning, which allowed them to get the win. Masataka Yoshida hit a 3-run home run in the first inning to give the Red Sox the highlight. Brayan Bello pitched 6 innings and allowed 1 earned run in the win. My decision in favor of this game is solely rooted in Gerrit Cole's presence. Being one of the premier pitchers in baseball, his appearance on the mound for the Yankees typically translates to a strong performance from the team. While New York's offensive performance this year has left much to be desired, it becomes less of a concern given Cole's ability to effectively neutralize opposing lineups. Notably, the Yankees boast an impressive 13-1 record at home this season when Cole takes the pitcher's mound. Although the Yankees have faced challenges over the past few weeks, I anticipate a rebound in their performance, resulting in a victory on Saturday. Cole's mastery on the field, coupled with the Yankees' potent hitting prowess, should yield a couple of runs. While the Red Sox, led by Crawford who has demonstrated road proficiency this year, may put up a formidable fight, Cole's resolute determination to secure a win for his team should ultimately tip the scales in favor of the Yankees. Our second pick is take the under on Saturday. And here is why, the under is the only play in this game. New York's scoring woes have made them one of the worst defenses in the sport. It is hard to see them score more than 3 or 4 runs against Crawford, who has an ERA of 2.13 during road games this season. The Red Sox will struggle against Cole. In Cole's last 6 home appearances, Yankee opponents have scored 3 runs or fewer in total in each outing. Kansas City Royals vs Chicago Cubs. Bet the run line, -1.5, and take the Cubs as our first pick, and here is why. Brady Singer is expected to start for the Royals. He went 7.1 innings and gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, and struck out 8 in a no decision in his last start against the Seattle Mariners. On the season, he has a record of 8-8 with a 4.91 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, and a 116/41 KBB ratio in 24 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .262 against Singer. The Royals have been poor on offense this season. They are bottom 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, walks, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Kansas City's pitching staff has been poor this season. As a team, they are bottom 10 in the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, strikeouts, WHIP, and batting average against. The Royals are last in the AL Central with no chance of making the playoffs. Throughout this season, Justin Steele has consistently stood out as one of the premier pitchers in the league. His performance places him within the top 5 in the MLB for ERA, and he currently shares the league lead in wins. Impressively, he has amassed 15 quality starts over the course of the season, demonstrating his consistency and reliability. In his most recent outings, Steele has maintained a streak of 12 consecutive starts where he allowed 3 earned runs or fewer. Notably, in the entirety of his 22 starts this season, he has only exceeded 3 earned runs on 2 occasions. Steele's upcoming matchup against the Royals appears promising, particularly due to Kansas City's struggles against left-handed pitchers. This is evident from their rankings within the bottom 10 of the league in OBP, SLG, and OPS when facing southpaws. Given Steele's proven capabilities and the advantageous matchup, it's reasonable to anticipate that the Cubs will emerge victorious in this contest, securing a win margin of 2 or more runs. Take the under, 9.5 runs as our second pick. And here is why. Chicago is expected to start Justin Steele. In his last start, he went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 0 walks, 3 earned runs, and struck out 7 in a no decision against the Toronto Blue Jays. Steele has a record of 13-3 with a 2.79 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, and a 120/28 KBB ratio in 22 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .248 against Steele this season. The Cubs have been good on offense this season. They are top 10 in the league in runs, RBIs, walks, stolen bases, OBP, SLG, and OPS. Chicago's pitching staff has been good this season. They are above average in the league in ERA, hits allowed, home runs allowed, and walks allowed as a team. Justin Steele is top 5 in the MLB in ERA. Chicago is second in the NL Central. They are in contention for the divisional crown, not far behind the Milwaukee Brewers. The Cubs are also one of 3 teams that are 2.5 games or less back from a wild card spot. The Royals have struggled to hit lefties this season. Kansas City is bottom 10 in the league in OBP, SLG, and OPS versus Southpaws. They do not get a favorable matchup in this contest with Justin Steele on the mound for the Cubs. Steele has been one of the best pitchers in the league this season. He is top 5 in the MLB in ERA, is tied for the league lead in wins, and has recorded 15 quality starts this season. Steele has allowed 3 earned runs or less in 12 straight starts. He has allowed more than 3 earned runs in just 2 of his 22 starts this season. Kansas City will struggle to score on Steele, and the under will hit in this contest. Miami Marlins vs Los Angeles Dodgers. Go with the Los Angeles Dodgers to cover the run line at home and remain on fire as a first pick. And here is why. The Miami Marlins and the Los Angeles Dodgers are squaring off in the second game of a 3-game matchup and the first game of a doubleheader on Saturday night inside Dodger Stadium. The Marlins are third in the NL East with a 63-59 record so far and are sending rookie righty Eury Perez to the mound and coming off a no decision against the New York Yankees, where he threw 4 innings and allowed 4 runs on 4 hits with a hit by pitch, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. The Dodgers are first in the NL West as they are 74-46 and are having left-hander Julio Urias start here and is coming off a victory over the Colorado Rockies as he threw 7 innings and gave up 3 runs on 4 hits with 1 hit by pitch and 12 strikeouts. The Miami Marlins have been a decent offensive team right now as they are sitting in 19th place in the majors with a .722 OPS while scoring 4.1 runs per game up to this point. This lineup has been doing decently well on the road as they are 19th in MLB as they have a .702 OPS while averaging 3.97 runs in their 61 road games thus far. Designated hitter Jorge Soler has been doing very well as he has a .242, .333, .501 line with 30 home runs, 65 RBI, 64 runs scored, and a stolen base without being caught. Eury Perez has been doing outstanding this year, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 92nd percentile in whiff percentage. Perez has 4 different pitches with his fastball being thrown 44.8% of the time. He will be pitching against the Dodgers for the first time in his career, so it will be interesting to see how things look against a dominant offense. When analyzing the starting pitching dynamics for this upcoming game, a notable contrast becomes evident. Eury Perez, with a record of 2-3, holds a 4.97 ERA and an opposing batting average of .250 in his 6 starts on the road. In contrast, Julio Urias boasts a solid 7-1 record, coupled with an impressive 2.43 ERA and a mere .196 batting average against him across his 9 home games. Furthermore, the offensive performance of the 2 teams during the latter half of the season is strikingly divergent. Over the span of their 30 games, Miami's offense has been averaging 3.8 runs per game. Conversely, the Los Angeles team has showcased a considerable increase in offensive output, averaging 5.94 runs across their 31 games following the All-Star break. Go with over 8.5 runs in this game right now. As a second pick, and here is why. Looking at these starting pitchers throughout the last few months, Eury Perez is 5-4 with a 3.19 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP in his last 13 starts, while Julio Urias is 7-6 with a 4.98 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP in his previous 15 starts. Throughout the last 5 games, these offenses are scoring as the Dodgers and Marlins are both averaging 5.2 runs per game.